playing Back to the Future on the Nintendo Entertainment System. The video game publisher was LJN, known for such classics as Jaws, The Karate Kid, TNC Surf, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. I actually like TNC Surf. Came out in September of 1990, and it wasn't well received, mostly due it didn't have a save or password system, so you had to beat the game basically in one sitting, and the levels were pretty big, and the game difficulty was pretty challenging. So I'm not sure if many people out there beat it, and you can easily get lost in the game. And you'll see in a second why I mean you can easily get lost, because you have to go retrieve these items. It's an action platformer, puzzler, platformer, so basically loosely, and I stress loosely, based on the movies. A lot of games back then were, just because of, I believe it's because of the time, you know, the power. The games weren't powerful enough to capture 100% of movies, basically everything, so they had to loosely base them. And so I'll play this, and while I play it, I'll talk about the movies a little bit. Also, because I'm watching those. I am now, let's see here, I'll read the story first. So, well, I won't read it, but I'll let you guys read it. But it's loosely based. Basically, the almanac was stolen from Biff in the future of 2015. It takes the almanac back to Biff in 1955 and gives it to his younger self. And then becomes the most powerful person, most powerful corrupt person, and then I don't know why, but he takes items and scatters them, random items, and scatters objects throughout space and time. So basically there's items locked from the past and present, and they're all mixed match, and you have to bring the items back. And then you have to return the almanac back to where it goes and all the items. Oops, sorry, I didn't give you a chance to read that. And so you also need to find a remote control, because the DeLorean has a remote control. And now here we go. And one thing you'll notice is the levels are very green. The developer likes green and like reddish colors. I don't know why, everything's very dark. Like you see the buildings, the sky is green, there's a lot of blacks and reds. It's not a very nice looking game in there. There's a lot of mad animals. There's these mad snails, which I died because I'm not good at this game. This little mad turtle stops every once in a while. You need to stomp on these to get the items, because they have items sometimes. The only annoying thing is when you jump on one, the item flies either to the left or right sometimes, and you have to be right there to catch it, or you'll miss it. So you'll see what I mean in a second here when I get one, if I kept dying. Almost invulnerable still. So I'm collecting these little items. I'm not sure what that was. A bottle or something, I guess. Here's a med. See, there goes the item. Popped out of him and flew, and I missed it. So there's the turtle, and you only have like a second to grab the item or miss out. Collecting some beach balls, I guess. And there's these doors here, as you see I'm standing under, that have arrows. There's either ones that go up or down. Or I believe they all go up, and then when you go in it goes down. And mad clouds that shoot these little rock thingies. So when I go up, it takes me to another area. And I guess that's how you collect items. You have to just find the item. So there's no map system, so you can easily get lost. And the only bricks you can walk on is these red and not the greens below. I thought you could walk on that green also, but it's just basically a background. So you'll fall in nothingness. Just like I did. I didn't even mean to do that, I just sucked and died. Let's see if I can play a little better. So anyways, yeah, so you collecting that. And I missed a key. I'm not sure where the keys go or what. I've never even come close to beating this game. So what is your guys' favorite movie in the series? In order, I should say. What's your favorite game or movies in order? Because I would say mine, part 2, then 1, then 3. I like 2 actually. So they're pretty fun. It's interesting seeing what they predicted the future to be like. Well, not even predicting, just kind of, you know, what they wanted to make their future like. So it's interesting. So interesting that the fax machine was still around, and the flying cars, which nowadays we're having trouble with drones. So I imagine since we're having so much trouble with drones, flying cars is way off. Because you'd have to imagine how much regulations and rules we'd have to come up with. And it's just not like you build a flying car and that's it. Because there'd be a lot of rules, regulations, and how dangerous it is and things going on. The hydrator, I think it was a Black & Decker hydrator. When you put food in there, you put a small little tiny pizza and you hydrate it and it becomes a family-sized pizza. That was pretty interesting. The wearable tech, the glasses that you can make video calls with. Or you can also, it looks like you can use them for driving too. Looks like Doc was using it, Doc Brown was using it when he was flying the DeLorean, looking through his glasses to see his rear view mirror in the car. What else? Oh, the thumbprints, that was pretty cool. The thumbprint to pay for everything. Thumbprint to unlock your doors. Basically, if your thumbprint gets you everywhere in the future. Lets you pay for stuff, lets you in your house. Who knows what else it does? Probably lets you drive your car. I'm just taking a wild guess there, but I'm sure it does a lot. What else? Oh, the robots walking the dog. That was pretty interesting. There's a robot walking dog in there. The robot trash cans. The weather service is controlled by us, so we know what the weather's going to be like because we have it all set to a schedule of sorts. What else? I'm trying to think off the head. Cafe 80s was cool. The scenery screens, the self-drying clothes, of course hoverboards. Self-driving clothes would be cool. The shoes, the self-lacing shoes would be cool to have. Some of that stuff we're having now, we're just getting, like hoverboards and things like that. So that's pretty cool. I'm trying to think what else. It looks like cell phones were replaced by those glasses. Because it seems like all the kids are wearing those glasses, so they must use them for the future. So anyways, yeah, the movies are great. Great storyline. It's one of those movies that I can always watch and not get bored of. There are certain movies like that, like Christmas Story. You know, there's certain movies you can always watch and never get bored of, no matter how many times you've seen it. So it's a very well done movie. Let's see here. I'm actually playing not too bad. I thought I'd be doing a lot worse. Game's kind of boring too, in a way. At least I think so. Because there's nothing else. You just hop on everything, like kind of like a Mario Brothers. Bounce on all the enemies' heads and go to the next area. You gotta bounce on their heads. I hate when it does that. It drops you off in the middle of nowhere. It's like you can't even stop it from dropping you off a cliff. So did you guys play this game or play the first one? The first one, I think, is a better one, but most people say this is the better one. Because the first one's more like a time attack. You collect items, and you have to collect them and get through the level at a certain period of time really fast. If you don't, then you basically die and start over. So, whereas this one's more of an adventure. Find items, take them back. Don't get hit by enemies like I do. And it has some really annoying sound effects when you see these little angry birds. These blue angry birds coming soon. They're very annoying. I missed the key. Let's see if I can find the angry bird. Oh, don't do like that. Don't do like I did. Jump off the. Biff likes to advertise everywhere too. Biff's bar, Biff's this, Biff's that. Well, as you see, I'm not that good. I'll give it one little more try before I call it quits. But I figured I would just. It's not really a review, it's more just like a playthrough. There's the angry, annoying bird. It's got that annoying sound effect they created for it. Let's see if he'll come back. Some of these old games use a reset it and it comes back, but there it is. What an annoying sound. There must be certain ways to go through these doors and certain ways. I haven't researched it, but I see there's 2 dots on the door here and there's 3 there. So I think they all have a certain pattern to find certain things. This one has 3, so there must be a certain pattern of where to go to grab things. See, that time I died, but I don't know why. I jump on the turtle like every other time. Sometimes when you jump on the turtle, it hurts you, and sometimes it doesn't, so it doesn't make sense. But could be just bad programming of the collision detection, I guess. Well, I did get the blue bird, though. That time he got me. Too bad I can't run him over with the DeLorean. As you can see, this game's... You can't duck either. I was trying to duck, but I forgot you can't. Anyways, this is really going back in time. I'm not sure if it's worth going back in time for, but it's a memory. Anyways, leave in the comments below what's your guys' favorite movie and which order, and keep watching me die over nothing. I'm trying to get out of here because he's so annoying. The sounds was killing me. What is your favorite also LJN game? If there is even one. I would say mine's probably TNC Surf on the Nintendo. I can't think of many others that were good, but see, this is where I think it tells you which door to go into. There's a bunch of arrows on the back walls here. It says 4 ups and 4 downs, so I imagine that's some kind of clue to where to go to get your items. anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this game, and take care.